That's my problem with not checking the monitors. Oh, okay.
I didn't see
his wedding ring.
It doesn't even feel like a Monday to you, though, does it? Because you were in working. You were working for Geraldo this weekend.
At Large called me. I was home at 8 o'clock, and they said, hey, you want to come in and talk some sports? So Geraldo's got this huge Hummer limo, and he sent it to my house. It goes about 25 feet long, and I said, I'll hop in there, full bar.
Wow.
I made that up. He asked me to come in and talk sports, so I did on Saturday night.
He sometimes takes, his bike, his motorcycle over the GW Bridge in between traffic to get here.
I know, and leave it to Geraldo at Large to pull up two people who actually know Nick Berg over the weekend, so continue to move that story forward. And a lot of questions about Nick Berg and what he was actually doing, but of course, we get up today, Kiran, with a devastating car bomb inside the Green Zone in Baghdad.
Yeah, that's right. One of the members, the president now of the Iraqi Governing Council, killed in that car bomb attack. We have Steve Harrigan in Baghdad with the very latest for us.
Central Iraq. Thanks, Steve.
Yeah, that makes him the second member of the Iraqi Governing Council. We remember Akila al-Hashimi. She was one of 3 women on the 25-member body. She was killed. She was walking outside of her, or she was driving near her Baghdad home, and gunmen shot up her car. She survived for 5 days and then died. That was back in September.
All right. And continuing to talk about this,
had spoken about before.
We have 134,000 troops right there right now, and we know that
they do want to be in charge, in a lot of these areas, but at the same time, how do you actually make it happen? Practically speaking, how do you get these guys trained and ready to take over against what we've seen has been a very formidable enemy, an enemy that is able to launch these attacks and able to plant bombs, blow themselves up, and still cause a lot of havoc.
All right, so we're going to be talking to former CIA official Peter Brooks about that. He's now with the Heritage Foundation. We're also going to be talking about what's happening with
Brad Pitt, naked, apparently in some parts of it.
Is he really?
Yeah, apparently.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he was.
But we have Brian Cox will be here.
Yes, I think he had his clothes on.
He had his clothes on, but he says Brad Pitt, a fine actor, I understand.
Yeah, and apparently Troy doing really well. #1 at the box office this weekend, knocking off Van Helsing.
However, Kiran, and I don't plan to be Bill McCuddy.
That's good.
It was the most expensive film almost ever made outside Waterworld, right? Expensive. And they're basically on target to break even.
Well, perhaps in the United States, but Brad Pitt's so huge overseas, especially in Asia, so we'll see what happens worldwide. He might make his money back.
All right, let's hope. 8 minutes after the top of the hour, Lauren Green, welcome to Monday, Lauren. What's happening?
Well, you know what? I saw
trying to kill U.S. soldiers and after 9/11 attacking civilians as well. Who's trying to kill our guys and gals over there? And we got to stop it.
Real quick on the anthrax, we still don't know what's going on. We know there are a bunch of agents working on this full-time, 30 FBI agents, 22 male investigators, postal investigators. We do know that there's a man being interviewed again who was assured he is not a subject of it, but it does look kind of mysterious. Right. Ayad Assad, a former Army biologist, he was let go in 2000 from Fort Detrick.
He worked at Fort Detrick. They had interviewed him in the past. They're interviewing him again, but they say there's a lot of reasons why he's eliminated as a suspect. He never got an anthrax vaccine. He didn't work in anthrax. He worked in ricin, and he's also been able to prove that he was not in Newark, New Jersey, or Trenton, New Jersey, the postmark from New Jersey, that he was in Washington, D.C. when those letters were mailed. But he says they're questioning him again, trying to dig up old leads, seeing if they can get to the bottom of the investigation.
Because the letter said, look out for him. He could be looking for a terrorist attack. Meanwhile, coming up straight ahead, the head of the Iraqi Governing Council is dead. A car bomb. First, we woke to the news of a suicide car bombing, killing the head of the Iraqi government.